So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a neighborhood spotlight. I send these out every single Monday, so you can use one of the templates that I've sent and delete my information and put in your own. This week, I'm going to be doing a neighborhood spotlight over Woodlands, Oaks, and Magnolia. You can see here that the left-hand side is going to have all the neighborhood statistics over the past year, and the right-hand side is going to have just some interesting information about the neighborhood. You can come down at the bottom and put in your photo and your contact information, and then just take this template and go out and door knock Woodland Oaks. You can also create your own template for your own personal neighborhood, or maybe any neighborhood you're thinking about farming. Now, let's say that you do door knock this neighborhood this month, and then you want to door knock it again next month. Make sure to change the information on this right-hand side. Put in information maybe like community events that's happening in their neighborhood or surrounding areas, possibly who's playing at the Cynthia Woods Mitchell Pavilion, new restaurant openings, anything that you think may be interesting to a client. So let's go ahead and get started. First, we're going to start with this left-hand side. So I'm going to go to Fusion, and I've already got a residential search set up. So what I'm going to do, the very first thing is I'm going to click on the active and all the pendings. Don't include the sold just yet. And then I want to get my legal subdivision, which is Woodland Oaks. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can see, there's a subdivision down here in Houston, also called Woodland Oaks, but I want the one in Magnolia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the draw tool, and I'm just going to do a simple radius just right around these homes right here. So that way I only get Magnolia. And we have 23 matches. I'm going to hit results. First thing I want to do is I need to find out how many total actives and how many total pendings I have. So I have 17 actives and I have 6 total pendings. So I'm going to come back to my template. I'm going to put it right here, 17 actives and 6 pendings. Now I need to get the average list price. So in order to do that, I need to run statistics. But first, you can see right here we have defaults results grid. That's a type of report. By using this grid manager, I can set up my own custom report. So I want to do that first. So I'm going to hit grid manager. The defaults results grid is already highlighted blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hit copy grid, and then I'm going to rename it neighborhood spotlight. And then I want to get 2 pieces of information. I want to get the total tax rate. So if I type in tax in the search field, you have all these pop up. I'm going to click total tax rate and hit the right hand arrow so it moves it to the right. And then I want to also look for the builder. So builder name, and I'm going to move it to the right. And then I'm going to hit save. So now we have a neighborhood spotlight report right here. I'm going to hit close. By doing this, it's going to help us get this neighborhood spotlight done faster. So now you have this custom report set up. As we can see, if we scroll to the right, we've got total tax rate and builder name right here. So that's really going to help us get through this report a lot faster. Anytime you open a residential search, you will always have this report. So all I have to do is hit this little drop down arrow, and it's got all my different reports right here. Okay, so now I can go back and find the statistics. So to find out that average list price, I'm going to hit put a check mark right here at the top. Come over to the red and green bar graph, which is statistics, and click on that. As you'll notice, a new tab popped open up here. And this is going to give us all the statistics of what's happening in that neighborhood. So your list price column is right here. Average list price is $250,676. Now these 3 are talking about sold, so I'm going to skip those right now, and I'm going to go down here to the low price to high price for the actives. So my low price is $147.9 and my high is $345. And that completes everything that I need with the actives and pendings. So I'm going to come back over here to my statistics. I'm going to close that stats professional tab. And then I'm going to come back over to criteria. And I'm going to clear all the actives, pendings, and solds. I'm sorry, all the actives and pendings. And now I need to get just the sold, but I only want it for the past year. So I'm going to go down to close date, click on the calendar, hit 12 months back, and hit OK. And now you can see we have 44 matches that sold over the past year. So I'm going to hit results. And I'm going to come back over to my report. And I'm going to put total solds over the past year, 44. Now I need to get the average sold price to do. So to do that, we've got to do the statistics again. Put a check mark at the top. Come back over here to statistics. And here's our statistics. This is really great to be able to use to study a neighborhood or a city or a specific area like Area 15. It will tell us average days on market, list price to sales price ratio, sold price, average list price, all that good stuff. So it really gives us a good idea of what's happening in a specific area. So we want to make sure we're looking at the sold price column on this and not the list price column. So our average sold price is $212,182. And average days on market is 43. Now I need to get the low to high price for solds. So low is 148.5, high is 315. And then we need to get the list price to sales price ratio. So my SP to LP means list price to sales price ratio. SP to OLP means list price to original sales price ratio. If this number is lower, a smaller number than this, that means that they're doing some price reductions in order to get things sold. They're both at 98% on the average sold price, so that's actually pretty good. They're not having to do a whole lot of price reductions in order to get things sold. So I'm going to put 98% right here. And that completes the left-hand side of this report. So this is really great information. It's going to change monthly. So again, if you door knock this monthly, this side will be different. So let's go ahead and go to the right-hand side. Setting up that custom report is really going to help us fill this side out. So we're going to be looking for builders. I'm going to go ahead and close this extra tab. And on this, I'm going to go back to criteria. And now I'm going to go ahead and include all the actives, pendings, and solds. So we went from 44 matches to 67 matches. I'm going to hit results. And we're going to scroll over to the right-hand side, and you can see that we've got different builders here. We got Fernando Perez, Royce Homes, Angelina Homes, Royce, Zitro, and it's primarily Angelina Homes and Royce. And then we've got a couple of those Zitro custom homes, but it's a custom builder. So for the most part, I would say you have Angelina Homes, Royce Homes, and then there's some custom builders in here. And another way to determine that is if you go to details, you'll see if the agent put the builder in here, it would show up there. A lot of agents don't, but what you can also do is you can scroll down, and sometimes you'll have in the public remarks who the builder was or if it was a custom builder. So if you just scroll through a few of them, you can see if they put in the builder name or if there's anything about it being a custom builder. So for this, I'm going to put Royce Homes, Angelina Homes, and custom builders. Okay, and for right now, I'm going to skip over age range and is it common for them to have a pool because we need to take into account all the homes that have sold in that area. But for the average tax rate, I just want to know over the past year because as we know, taxes change. So I want to get the most recent information. So I'm going to go back to results. And if you click on total tax rate, you'll get the smallest number at the top and then the largest number at the bottom. So average tax rate starts at 2.14 and then goes down to let's say 2.45. I'll just round up. So if I come back over to my template and I put in 2.14 to 2.45, there's my tax rate. And now I need to get that school district. So for this, if you just hit details, you'll see it starts at 1 of 67. School district is Magnolia. You've got your elementary school here, middle school, and high school. Scroll through several of them just to make sure it doesn't change. Every now and then there may be a subdivision where half the homes go to one elementary and half of them go to a different elementary. And for the most part, it looks the same. I also like to just make sure if I hit results, go down to the bottom to the like higher price range and just make sure that maybe one that's a little bit more expensive isn't in a different school district. I have seen that happen, but it looks like it's all the same. So I'm going to go back over to my report. I'm going to put in the elementary. Okay. And then we need to get the average range of houses and is it common for them to have a pool? So if I come back over here to Fusion and go to criteria, now I want to take out the close date for the past year. That way I get everything that's sold on HAR since the neighborhood's been developed. Right here you can see you have 272 matches. If I hit results and click on year built, we start at 1998 and then go all the way down to 2015. So it looks like they're still building in there. So I'm going to put 1998 to 2015. I accidentally did that in the wrong spot. And now we need to get, is it common for the neighborhood to have the pool? The reason I have this in here is because, as we know, a pool doesn't give you a lot of value added onto your house. It's more for enjoyment. However, if it is common for the neighborhood to have a pool and you don't have a pool, it may hurt your value more than if you actually had a pool in the backyard. So if I hit criteria and I'm going to hit yes, private pool. Remember, we have 272 matches, and I hit yes. This says only 10 that have sold on the MLS actually have a pool. So if I do 10 divided by 272, that's only about 4% that have a pool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here. I'm going to put probably about 5% because there could be people who have added pools and just haven't sold on the MLS, but yet it's still a very low percentage that actually have pools. So now we have everything filled in except for the features of the neighborhood. And so for this, I just go and look at different interesting things. So for instance, if I zoom in here, we can tell that the neighborhood is close off of 45, I'm sorry, close off of 1488 and Honey Egypt, which is 2978 going this way. You've got Wood Forest right up here and 45 this way. So if I click on results, excuse me, let me go back to criteria real quick. Let me uncheck the pool. Now click on results. And if I click on lot size, we can see there's several of them that didn't put in a lot size. However, you have this that starts at 11,000, pretty common to have a 12,000 square foot lot, all the way, let's see, the biggest seems to be about 24,000. So I'd say most lots are about a fourth of an acre to half an acre lots. So that's something interesting. So I'm going to go back over to my template. I'm going to put most lots are roughly 1/4 acre to half acre lots. It is also close to 1488. Shopping and restaurants. This could be important information, especially for people who want to live in Magnolia, but yet want to live close to, shops, restaurants, grocery stores, anything where they're not too far out, and can still quickly get to 45. Now, the other thing that you can do is you can Google it. So if I come back over here and I Google Woodland Oaks, I can get some information. So woodlandoaks.org, that looks like that's a church, so that was wrong. Let's see. Here's woodlandoaksnews.org. So here's just some different community information. So this would be great to put upcoming events, Christmas decoration contest, Saturday, December 12th through Wednesday, December 16th. So I'm going to put that in there. It was December 12th through December 16th. The neighborhood spotlight is officially done, and now you can take that out and door knock with it.